Hey y'all, I am so excited for you to be here for today's video. It's an all day clean with me. So if you are in need of cleaning motivation, you are in the right place, my friend. Also, I will be sharing a very delicious crock pot recipe. It is chicken and dumplings. It is so good, and it's always a crowd pleaser over here. Except for on this day, I wanted to trim it out, but it's a fail, and I wanted to share with you that not everything is going to turn out perfect, but it still is very good. So it turns out really good, so it is what it is. But I wanted to share that little fail with you. I'm going to blame it on the mom brain. You know, when you're pregnant, everybody's like, oh, it's just pregnancy brain. But I don't think mine ever went away. And I have had 3 children, so I feel like it's just gotten worse over time. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish emptying out the dishwasher, and I'm going to go ahead and reload it up. And then also I will be hand washing some of the dishes. But anyway, let's go ahead and start cleaning.
Who is sentimental, but this thing is making me soft, giving into my damn heart. It feels like I am losing my grip, going crazy, cause this doesn't make any sense. You're broken down all my defenses. No way back to the old me, when I'm stuck here on planet X. I'll become the person I've hated. Wonder what will happen next.
As much as I despise hand washing the dishes, I do have a few that I have to wash my hand just because they either don't fit in the dishwasher or, you know, they don't belong in the dishwasher at all. So I'm going to go ahead and real quickly try my best to knock these dishes out. I swear, it don't matter how many dishes I have to wash by hand. It just takes forever. And I think that's the reason I really don't care to do dishes by hand. Just because it's so time consuming for me anyway. Let me know in the comments if you feel the same way. But, yeah, I figured, you know, I would go ahead and share this motivation. If you're like me, you know, if you really hate and dread washing your dishes by hand, I figured this will give you the motivation. But, also, I do want to say I am so sorry about this camera angle. I was trying a different angle just to kind of mix it up a little bit, get a different view. And, yeah, it's not the best. I am so sorry. But anyway, once I was finished doing all of that, I'm going to go ahead and go in with Barkeeper's Friend to clean out my kitchen sink. And I love using this product. Back in the day, I used to use the powder formula of this, and it did a great job just as well. But I did notice more so, you know, with the powder, it would leave this white residue on my sink, you know, once I was finished cleaning and everything. And I've heard of other people talk about it, so I know it's not just a me thing, which it more than likely is. Maybe I did something wrong. But yeah, I just prefer the liquid. And you know, either way is fine. And the whole end goal of this is just getting your sink all nice and clean. But using Barkeeper's Friend, especially the liquid, it has that gritty texture to it. So you know it's going to get your sink all nice and clean. It gets all that old food particles out. It gets, you know, any stains that's in your sink, gets that all out. It just has it looking all nice and mostly new. Obviously, the sink is not new. You can tell. I try to clean out the drain down there, but it's just discolored. And that's just the way it's going to have to be, I guess, for now. Until, you know, one day maybe I can replace it. I don't know. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and clean out the sink, and that is so satisfying. Once I was finished washing the dishes and cleaning out the sink, I'm going to go ahead and throw in a garbage disposal cleaner pod. It is from Grab Green, and it is in a tangerine lemongrass scent, and it smells so good. I think I ordered from Grove Collaborative about a year or so ago. I can't remember, to be honest. But I ended up having like 3 or 4 packs of this stuff. And I'm not complaining by any means, but I'm like, how did I end up with this many packs of this stuff? But it smells really good, so I'm not complaining. But now I'm going to go ahead and wipe off the counters and also the dishwasher. The dishwasher and the stove are the two, or the oven, should I say the front of the oven, are the 2 areas in the kitchen that I really forget to take the time to wipe off. There's always like dirty handprints all over them. And if you have small children, you understand how it is. Especially, I give them snacks here and there. I am trying to cut out how much junk food they eat. Which, I mean, they're kids. Let them have a little bit of junk food. You know, balance it all out, you know. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of junk food. But they love like Cheetos or Doritos, and they'll leave handprints everywhere. And actually, now that I'm, speaking to you right now, there is a Doritos handprint on my living room wall. I just now noticed it. So I got to clean that here in just a minute. But, it's very easily to get frustrated or annoyed, with having small children, and they make such messes. And I'm like, how did you do all this by yourself? But usually my two youngest, they'll team up together and make the biggest mess. But I try to take a step back. Try is being the key word. Just take a step back and just think like, they are not going to be this little for so long. One day you're gonna blink and they're gonna, not be 4 anymore. They're gonna be like 15, 16. Shoot, they're gonna be 20. They're gonna be 20 one day. But just take a step back and I know it's hard to not get mad, especially when you clean up an area and then they make like 10 times the mess later on, like within 5 minutes. But just remember, they're only little for so long, and just have a little bit of grace and just have a little bit of patience, and it's going to be fine. You're going to make it. I'm more worried about the teenage years, especially I'm going through it with my oldest. He's going to be 15 here soon, and the teen years are rough. And everybody says, oh, don't worry, the girl teenage years are, some people, it's mixed. Some people say it's easier with girls during the teenage years than it is the boys. I don't know. I am not ready to find out because right now I just have one teenager. When my girls get older, I'm going to have 2 teenagers on my hands, and it's going to be girls. And I'm pretty sure one of them at least is going to be sassy and dramatic, So, I don't know. All right. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it's not too bad. Let me know in the comments. Are you going through the teenage years? How are you surviving? Let me know. Let's lean on each other. And also, if you're going through the toddler years, let me know. I'm right there with you. I got toddlers and a teenager and toddlers. So, got my hands full up here. But anyway, I'm going to finish up cleaning off this stove. And I'm going to admit, I don't clean the stove off as much as, as often as I should. I do, spray it off at least every evening. I try to. Some nights I'm just like, I'm so over it after cooking and, just being stressed out overall, trying to get everything done. So, don't get done every day, but I try my best.
They can't ever make us stop it. Come take my hand, get on this rocket. They don't know, we'll never know. When the rain hits hard on my window, when the night's too dark, you're my hero. When our troubles come, we can lay low. Say like we're never gonna leave. We gon' do it like they do in the movies. We gon' ride until the sunset, just you and me. We gon' sing along to our songs at the top of our lungs. We gon' do it like they do in the movies. The movies. The movies. We gon' do it like they do in the movies. The movies. The movies. We gon' do it like they do in the movies. When I'm down, you pick me up.
While I was sweeping in here, I did realize my floors look super gross afterwards. So I wanted to go ahead and give them a good cleaning in here. I'm using my O-Cedar Spin Mop and some Pine Sol. And I love this Pine Sol. It makes the whole house smell so fresh and clean. And the smell is not like overpowering. And I have a very super sensitive nose over here. Like certain smells and scents, like they just hurt my nose. and just gives me a really bad migraine. But this, I love it. It smells so good, and like I said, it's not an overpowering smell, but it does linger throughout the house, and it just makes it smell all nice and clean. But and I also love this O Cedar spin mop. It has been a lifesaver for me. I used to use the mops that you have to wring out by hand, and there is nothing wrong with using those, but it would just make my hands hurt so bad. And then also my back from trying to lean over to wring it out by myself, and it was overall just a mess. It was a hot mess, which if you have been here on my channel for a while, you know that I am a hot mess express over here. So, but it just makes it so much easier and simpler. So if you have someone in mind that just struggles with mopping and all that, I highly recommend getting an O-Cedar spin mop. It has been a lifesaver. But now we are moving on to the living room. I'm going to go ahead and pick everything up. There's some stuff in here. The bags are from, I go to a local discount store, and they don't provide bags. I mean, they'll provide you with some boxes here and there, but mostly it's very scarce. So I try to remember to bring my own bags or even boxes. So if you see a bunch of boxes just sitting around, I'm either donating something or I'm keeping it for when I go to our discount store. Speaking about donating, I also will be going throughout the whole house here really soon and just decluttering a bunch of stuff that we no longer need, you know, clothes and all that good stuff. So if you are in need of decluttering motivation, there's going to be plenty coming up real soon. So stay tuned for that.
To get a little lost in everybody's business. Why don't we all calm down? Why don't we all calm down? I think I'm the wrong size. Not enough room for everybody's egos. Why don't we all calm down? Why don't we all calm down? And on it goes. Round and round the rodeo. Breathing out air for a minute. Taking my time to begin with. On and on it goes. Swinging down in life, you know. Breathing out air for a minute. Yeah. Hey, would you rather stay right here? Make everything disappear. Keep playing my favorite song. Put your rose-colored glasses on. What if we stay right here? Make everything disappear. Lay low in the beaches, sun. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. Isn't this a good life? Sitting on the front porch, sipping on the rocks. Citrus in our beverages. Citrus in our beverages. Show only the good sides. Always pretty smiles are covering her faces. You know it is all lies. You know it is all lies. Hey, would you rather stay right here? Make everything disappear. Keep playing my favorite song. Put your rose-colored glasses on. What if we stay right here? Make everything disappear. Lay low in the beaches, sun. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. Yeah. Put your rose-colored glasses on.
Okay, so I'm having mom brain over here. I am going to go ahead and dust after I done vacuumed. You know, normally you dust then vacuum, but whatever. It's getting done, and that's the main thing. But I'm going to go ahead and wipe off this shelf and go ahead and put everything back. And I am pleasantly surprised at how well, you know, the girls are doing with all of the Halloween decorations this year. You know, previous years, it would be a hot mess. It would just be destroyed. They, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, they do tend to bring some of the decorations in their room to decorate a little bit. I think it's so cute. So maybe next year for Halloween, I'm gonna start, you know, getting them a little bit of like Dollar Tree decorations and put in their room and just see how that goes. I mean, like I said, they've made some major improvements this year. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they still mess with the decorations, but it's not as bad as it once was. Like last year or 2 years ago, yes, it was a mess back then. But yeah, maybe next year or even for Christmas, maybe I can not go all out, but just get a few decorations for the bedroom just to make it kind of more like magical and I don't know, just to give them more of that Christmas feel in their room. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish wiping this table off over here. And it is always interesting trying to get some cleaning done, especially with toddlers around, which these days is just my youngest and myself. So it's not too bad. And here are these bats. They are not wanting to stay put on the wall at all. And we don't have much longer till Halloween. I think it's what, 5 days, I think now or so. I don't know, my math is not mathing on this day, but I'm just gonna go ahead and try my best to re-stick these to the wall. The top part, the top half, is actually doing really good. But yeah, the bottom half is not holding up too well. But I earlier had moved this table and I realized that somebody got a hold of a crayon and colored on my walls after I done explained. I don't know how many times I'm like, paper, we're gonna color on paper only. And I was in the room with her, so I'm like, how did this even happen? Oh, and this is my little disclaimer. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, I don't know who needs to hear this besides myself. Do not buy crayons from the Dollar Tree, not the off-brand. Do not buy the off-brand crayons, is what I'm saying. Stick with Crayola. It was my youngest, it was just her alone. She colored with the crayons I got from, I believe it was Dollar Tree, the off-brand, and it left like this residue, it left like actual marks on the wall. So I'm gonna go back in and try my best to re-scrub it and see if I can get it off. Maybe it just takes a little bit of time, maybe some elbow grease to get all of that out and not just a magic eraser, which those are a lifesaver if you have small children. You don't even have to get the Mr. Clean brand. The off brand works just as fine, just as good, nothing wrong with it. And but yeah, on this day, it just was not getting that crayon mark out. So I may have to, which I need to paint my whole house anyway, eventually. So that's just gonna be put on my to-do list. But now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to this couch. As you've seen, there was a stain on it, and that is from a popsicle. And it was my youngest. I don't know if you guessed it or not. Yes, I'm not blaming it on her, but she's the one that is like popsicle obsessed, and she was the one that had a popsicle, and yeah, she just left it laying on the couch, and there was a huge sticky stain over here. So I intended on just getting like the armrest over here and just the bottom cushions, but I ended up just cleaning the whole couch because I just felt like it desperately needed it. It smelled like straight dog over here because my boxer blue heeler over here, he likes to sleep on the couch. I don't know why. He has a perfectly fine little pallet in my son's room. It's an old comforter, like it's real thick, and I don't know, it's comfy. I thought he would love laying on it, but no, he's always in here on the couch. So yeah, so it does smell like dog a little bit, and that's just life, it happens. But now I'm gonna go ahead and finish up vacuuming in the living room, and I'm gonna quit rambling. I'm so sorry. Let me know in the comments, do you prefer just straight music, a little bit of talking, or do you like a whole lot of talking? Because I like watching Kim from the Wads, and a good bit of her videos, she is like talking all the way through pretty much. She might play a little bit of music, but it's mostly just all of her talking. And I'm like, well, I mean, I definitely, obviously, I can talk your ears off, obviously. I don't even know if you've made it this far. If you have, leave me a pumpkin emoji or something, or a purple heart. I don't know, leave a heart emoji down in the comments and just let me know that you've made it this far into the video. And I'm sorry I have talked your ears off, but I feel like, when you watch these videos, I feel like, you want to feel like you're hanging out with friends. So I'm sorry for rambling and sounding like a total idiot or goofball over here. I'm sorry.
another side of you trying to break through, able to tell the truth.
Now we are moving on to the crock pot chicken and dumplings recipe. I have it on the screen if you would like to screenshot it, or I will have it linked in the description down below if you want to go check that out. It's from Pinterest and it is super, super good. Now the recipe does call for 1 large onion. I have picky eaters. I love onions. I will eat them on my burgers, pizza, tacos, whatever. I don't care. I will eat onions, but they will not, and that's the main thing I want everybody to eat. So I 86 the onions, and I only had 3 chicken breasts. It was fine. You can do 4 chicken breasts if you can find a pack of it, but I only had a pack of 3, so we made do with what we got. I went ahead and mixed both of the soups together, the poultry seasoning, the pepper, and I did add in some onion seasoning because, like I said, I 86 the actual onion. Now I'm going to top it with the mixture and the chicken broth. I'm going to let that cook for, I think I put it for about 3.5 hours, just because I felt like, the biscuits and the veggies were frozen, so I wanted to give them a little extra time, just make sure they actually got cooked and all that good stuff. While that is cooking in the crock pot, I'm going to go ahead and tackle my mess of a bedroom. I went ahead and made up my bed finally. I think it's almost 3 o'clock in the evening, but now I'm going to go ahead and do some laundry. It has been sitting in the baskets for a few days. I hate to admit to that, but I don't know, sometimes just life gets in the way, and we have been sick, so that's the last thing on my mind is folding and putting away laundry. I washed and dried it, so that's good enough. And and some days that's it. It's good enough. But now I'm going to go ahead and tackle it. And a lot of this, I had to spray it with the Downy wrinkle releaser. Now, if this works or not, I can't really say. I just spray the clothes down and just hope for the best. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to do better with, when I wash and dry a load of laundry, go ahead and just put it up. Just go ahead and put it up. I have 2 kids in school now, so I really don't want them going to school with, wrinkly clothes and all that. It doesn't look good. Like I said, we have been sick, so laundry has not been a huge priority this week. I mean, me, I have been doing laundry, like washing and drying them, but I haven't been folding and putting them away, obviously. That's been the last thing on my mind. I still want my kids to have clean clothes and all of that, but I definitely have been having them help me with laundry, mainly my oldest. I separate his clothes and make his own pile and have him put them away for me, and that has been a super helpful. I mean, it's not a whole lot, but it still helps me out a good bit. But and trying to get these kids, the toddlers, to help me put laundry up there, there's no way. Like, I can't even fold laundry with my youngest because she'll see like a dress or her costume. I don't know if you've seen it earlier, that blue dress, Cinderella dress. Anytime she sees that, she's always got to change her clothes. Like, and she keeps coming in here, she'll see something else, and she's like, I want to wear this, princess. And I'm like, no, we're not going to keep changing our clothes. So, yeah, and then they'll change their clothes. They'll go into their closet, and they'll just throw clothes around. So, yeah, that's non-stop over here, trying to pick up clothes, hang it up, or refold it. It's a continuous cycle over here. But anyway, I hope you are getting some really good cleaning motivation, especially laundry motivation. I have been trying to get caught back up on laundry. I've been doing at least 2 loads of laundry a day, sometimes more. It just depends on what day it is, how much stuff we gotta get done, like running errands or appointments and all that. So I am trying to get caught back up, but with laundry, I just feel like it's never ending. Like, you can't, I can't have an empty basket over here. If I do, it's just one. But the clothes hampers are nonstop piling up, so yeah, I kind of give up on that dream of having no laundry to do, but it is what it is. It's fine.
Get scared sometimes. Hope it's not this time. 'Cause I might go too fast. Suddenly I feel so rich. No, I don't know nothing. Oh, I can't let this slip. No, I gotta seize the moment. Have you even noticed? Are you thinking about me? Are you thinking about me? I'm having a hard time not doing anything other than thinking about you. So are you thinking about me? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. I know we just met, but it feels like I know you. We love the same things. You want a house in Malibu. Are you feeling the same way I do? Are you feeling the same way I do? Are you thinking about me? Are you thinking about me? I'm having a hard time not doing anything other than thinking about you. So are you thinking about me? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I'll walk across the room just to show you that I'm still around. Ask if you wanna meet somewhere later when the sun goes down. Oh, you know I'm serious. I'm serious. I will keep you all to myself. Oh, you're so mysterious, mysterious. I can't keep my hands to myself. I'll walk across the room, show you I'm around. Ask if you wanna meet when the sun goes down. 'Cause you're the only one who can get me so high, so high, so high, so high, so high. You are the only person in the world who can get me this high. So let's get into your car and go driving towards another town. Oh, you know I'm serious. I'm serious. I will keep you all to myself. Oh, you're so mysterious, mysterious. I can't keep my hands to myself.
Once I was finally finished with all of that laundry, it seemed like it was never going to end. I'm going to go ahead and flatten out these biscuits and cut them into strips of 4 per biscuit. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 cups of my frozen veggies. And I added in a little bit more. I want to say maybe 3 cups in total of veggies, roughly. And this, I felt like, is where I messed up. I did not end up shredding the chicken, which I look back at the recipe and it doesn't say to shred the chicken. So maybe I got hung up on that. It didn't, kind of remind me, hey, shred the chicken. But I prefer to shred it, when I used to make this recipe back in the day, I always made sure to shred the chicken. I just felt like that was best for this recipe. But I guess it's just a preference thing. If you want to have shredded chicken in that recipe, go ahead. I would go ahead and do that before you add in the biscuits. While that cooks, I'm going to go ahead and go through this box and put all of my old decorations and whatever's in here, just go ahead and put them all away. I usually put all of my decorations in cardboard boxes, and there was a bunch of people telling me, I think it was last year actually, there's like, you want to make sure you have a proper tote to put all your decorations in, and I 100% agree. It's just taken me a long time to get more totes, and the main thing is I need to take the time to go through the building and go through all of the decorations, and whatever I have out in storage, just go ahead and properly put them into storage totes. That way they are, going to be protected out there. I don't have to really worry about, pests getting into them, specifically mice, because we do have fields around us, and whenever they come through and, cut down the fields, there are chances of mice coming over here, and I definitely don't want them chewing up all my stuff. So that's a work in progress for a later day, but I am starting to work on that. Now I am just clearing off this little side table over here. I have the same pile of clothes that's been there since I don't know when. It's just a bunch of clothes I really need to take the time to fix. They need to be sewed up. There's a few rips or whatever on them. So I really need to just go ahead and knock that out. That way I don't have a bunch of clothes just cluttering up over here, and it's just totally unnecessary. But I'm going to go ahead and just try my best to fold this and put it back neatly. And then hopefully one of these days I'm going to remember, hey, clothes, yeah, you see them right there? Go ahead and tackle them. But now I'm going to go ahead and move on to making up my daughter's bed, and it just does not last long. We used to have a little trampoline in the house. It's one of those small ones with the bar on it, and they would jump on it here and there, but they're more into jumping on the bed. And I'm like, you used to have like they have a trampoline outside, a huge one. And I'm like, you can go outside and jump on the trampoline. You don't have to jump on the beds. But I think it's just a kid's thing, as a kid, that just, it's so fun just jumping on the bed. And I think it's also mixed with, it being fun to also you see your parents getting upset, and I don't know, it's kind of funny. So it's just a toddler's thing. But I'm going to go ahead and finish up with the bed and clean off this dresser. This is one of my catch-all areas. I think these days, this is pretty much the only catch-all area in my house. I can't say from a week from now if that's still true or not, but this is the most cluttered area in my house at this moment. I just sit stuff over here, and I'm like, oh, I'll get to it. I'll put that away later, and it just does not happen. One of these days, I promise, I'm going to put that shoe rack up. I was looking forever for a good shoe rack. The cheapest I was able to find was, I think they were $10, which is not bad, but they were plastic, and I knew from past experiences the kids, or just over time, it would just tear up. So I didn't want to go that route. But I seen that at our local discount store for $15, and I was like, heck to the yes, I'm going to purchase that. But I kind of failed to take measurements to see if it would fit where I wanted it to, which was the closet in the living room. Yeah, it's a little too wide to fit in there, unfortunately. But I do need to figure out a good space to put it to where the kids can't get a hold of it, because the big issue in this house, besides the whole clutter and everything, everything's just a mess over here. I cannot keep up with the girls' shoes. They are always hiding one of their shoes. I can never find the matching mate to it. Yeah. They are really good at playing hide and seek. But, yeah, I need to figure out where to put it so that way I can, keep up with our shoes a whole lot better. Just have it a little bit more organized. But, yeah, and what I really like about that shoe rack is you can also stack it. And I didn't think about maybe getting another, maybe later on, maybe they'll get some more in and I will get another one if needed. But now I'm going to go ahead and serve up some dinner. This is the crock pot chicken and dumplings. And like I said, I messed up with not shredding the chicken. I did afterwards, as you can see there. But it still turned out really, really good. And I highly recommend trying it out. Okay, I also wanted to share that, I, taught myself pretty much how to cook. My mom tried to teach me as a teenager or as a kid, like how to cook and sharing her recipes that she knows of. But, as a kid or a teenager even, sometimes you just don't have that interest to learn how to cook and all that. And I was definitely one of those kids. I did not have any interest in learning how to cook. I was more into going outside playing or, playing video games and all of that. So I really wish I took the time to pay attention and learn from my mother. But yeah, I definitely learned over the years on my own with following recipes, especially from Pinterest and all that. But yeah, something I've learned over the years is, especially here recently, don't be afraid to tweak a recipe. If you try something and it don't turn out the way you like, that you prefer, just go back and try to tweak it, add in your own seasonings in it, or even I took the onion out. I didn't put a large onion in that chicken and dumplings recipe. So sometimes you just have to take stuff out and put something else in that you prefer. So don't ever be afraid to tweak a recipe. But I'm going to go ahead and finish shampooing this nasty carpet. And I did go over this carpet a couple of times with the vacuum. And as you can see here, it did not do that great of a job getting all of the pet hair out of the carpet. Super gross, but it is so necessary to get this carpet all nice and clean. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope it gave you the best cleaning motivation to tackle your home. And as always, I hope you felt like you was hanging out with a friend. I really appreciate you watching my video and hanging out with me. And if you need more cleaning motivation, I will have plenty more coming up real soon. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.